Welcome back, guys, to part 2 of the Headspace podcast review. This week we are reviewing Westside Gunn's new project, Hitler Wears Hermes 7. Needless to say, this is part 2. I just did an hour and 13 minutes of recording part 1. It's tracks 1 to track 8. There is 16 tracks on this project, and lately, if you guys have been following us, we keep doing 2 parts of everything. It seems to be a little bit easier on everybody. It's not like so daunting if it's 2 hours, and you guys can pick and choose which one you want to go to and whatnot. We do check all the comments, and we do skim through, and we try to talk to you as much as we can and give back our feedbacks. And we really do enjoy having that conversation with you guys all the time. Everything you guys bring to the table is always something new for us. It's inspiring. It helps us move forward and grow and learn, and that is why we enjoy doing what we do. Yes, I'm saying we because I'm so used to having Holden here, and it's still just a collective group thing, honestly. I always like to include Bonnie and Holden in everything we do here behind that suit because we're a big team. Speaking of team, thank you so much to our Patreons, Lindo Williams, Chris Prado, DJ Black Hurricane, Jonathan Barnes, Coney Sparks, and Ismail Gadamsi. Thank you so much for everything you guys do. We will definitely talk about that more at the end of the episode. Like I said, I've already recorded part 1, but if you guys are clicking on this for the first time and you haven't seen part 1 yet, quick little brief of what we do. We kind of run through albums track by track, I'm going to run through the album track by track, giving my thoughts and opinions of what I thought, felt, and kind of gained from this project. Like I said, I've already done part 1, which is tracks 1 to 8. I'm now going to be doing track 9 to 16 just to manage your guys' expectations of what to see here today. One more time for the Google robots. This is episode 146 of the Headspace podcast, and I went with Westside Gunn's new project, Hitler Wears Hermes 7. Hermes, I don't know how to say that name, but I do know that it's like a luxury clothing brand product thing, so it's cool. On part 1, I've already went through the album cover, what I feel, as well as the title of the album, so if you want to hear about that and if you care about that, go ahead and check it out on part 1. It's the beginning of the review, and with that being said, let's just jump into track 9. It is called Whoopy. So track 9 on this project, called Whoopy, is a really interesting song compared to what we've been getting from the entire project. Now again, I know this sounds weird if you're just clicking on this review now and you're like, what? Like I said, we do have a part 1. It came out first. Go check it out and you'll be kind of up to date on where I'm at now and how I feel about the album. Again, keep in mind, for context reasons, again, if you guys are clicking on this video for the first time, this is the first time I've gone through a Westside Gunn full project. I know absolutely nothing about him except for the fact that he's part of Griselda Records, which is also featuring Conway the Machine and Benny the Butcher. I've reviewed Benny the Butcher's album, Tanner Talk 3. I don't know if I did Conway. I think Holden did Conway. But either way, I know who Griselda is and I know kind of what they're about, but I've never actually sat down and done a Westside Gunn project. That being said, keep an open mind with what I say because I know that 90% of you coming to this review know a lot more, maybe even 100% of you know a lot more about Westside Gunn than I do, guaranteed. So with that being said, let's just get back into the album review. Track 9 is Whoopy. Like I was saying, this is a really different track. So far on the album, I've been getting a lot of gangster street mentality, kind of like, don't fuck with me, I'll fuck you up. You know, we got lavish stuff, we got money, this is all that's going on. And now we've got some type of like love song. Like, the whole thing is about a little over a minute. It's about 1:14 seconds, and it kind of just sounds like he's really just appreciating this person, this woman that's in his life. So the intro goes, Ayo, and then the verse goes, Ayo, rockin' Stella sweaters, jewelry, weather, truly yours for pleasure. You left that homie because I fucked you better. Situation is strict, you know the risk. You on shit, I ain't even touched that bitch. Look like a looking like a sex pot mascot. Feds kicked the door in at the last spot. You rushed to flush the hand Glock. I love you, bitch. I have a problem with that. It's 2019. We gotta stop calling women bitches. I don't care how you're using the context. That's like a thing now. Like, I was having this conversation earlier on the walk here with my girlfriend, and I was just like, listen, it's 2019. Like, bitch is no longer like a thing you can use to be like, yo, come here, bitch. Like, come over here, shorty, or whatever. It's like, no, there's a negative connotation to it. Now, granted, there's always probably been a negative connotation to it, but I did kind of fall into that trap where, like, it was okay to call a woman that for a certain period of my life, and I thought that was really, really, and I kind of grew out of that and thought it was really, really shitty. I only really use that word when I'm, like, playing games and, like, mad, so I don't really want to call anybody that anymore, and I don't really want to call women that anymore, because, to be honest, dude, women run the world. Like, that's just it. Let's just be 100% fucking clear. They run the world whether we like it or not, and we ain't shit without them. I'm just gonna state that. Moving forward, yeah, I just had a little tangent about the bitch word. I stare while you wear. You suck my dick while I hold your hair. His and hers, Molson Fashion Week. We rock and wang. Like, it's really sweet. I know I just had that, like, little 2-minute rant about the word bitch, but the song itself is kind of sweet in this, like, Griselda, Westside Gunn type of way, like, this type of, like, street gangster type of way. But it didn't really do much for me, and it's, again, one of these, like, short songs that, it's on the album because it's there, I feel, but if this was taken off, it wouldn't make a difference to me, really. But it's not bad. It's I guess it's a nice different way to feel, to understand how Westside Gunn kind of feels about, I guess, his woman. It was good. I left it with a 4 on 5. Sorry if that was a really bad little intro to this whole review on, like, whatever, but it kind of what it is. Go listen to the song and tell me if you find something way more deeper than just, oh, so he loves the girl. I mean, look, you, 100 drums, say, some would say I love you, how you whip them bricks, baby girl, pussy drip, baby girl, your legs shaking when the two something is playing, I'ma kill you if you give my pussy away. That's all I'm saying. Okay, the possessive nature about that is really, I guess, a cool thing in a way. He's really overprotective of his woman, so that's great. But, I mean, you're just reinforcing that you're basically going to fuck people up if they fuck with what's yours, which is what we've been getting the entire time. 4 on 5, and we move on to Love You. Not to be a broken record, but come here, bitch. Bitch, I love you. Bitch, I love you. Bitch, I love you. Bitch, I love you. I love you. Bitch, I love you. Bitch, I love you. Bitch, I love you. Repeats it 3 more times. Bitch, I love you. Bitch, I love you. Why are we calling women bitches? This is literally all I have to say on this song. There is nothing else for me to say on this song. This literally could have been the ending of the last fucking track, and it would have been 10 times better, and the last song would have probably got like a 4.2, given what it was. But he literally just gave us the 10th track on this album of just literally saying, bitch, I love you, bitch, I love you. I'm sorry, but it doesn't, like, no, why, like, why? You could have done something different. You could have, I get it, it's a break. I get it, it's like, it kind of gives you this different type of feel for the album. It kind of gives you this, like, refreshing break from a lot of the dense, you know, fuck with me and I'll kill you type bars. Cool, but, like, seriously, are we still calling women bitches in 2019? Like, is this a thing? Now, listen, I know I probably sound like Charlemagne, and that's probably where I'm getting it from, because I watch a lot of Brilliant Idiots, and he brings this up a bunch of fucking times, and he does it on The Breakfast Club, too, whenever people call women bitches. But, like, I really agree with him. Why are we still doing that? Like, Why is this a thing? Is this okay? Are we going back to this? Like, is this what we're doing? I don't know. I know I sound like a fucking rambling buffoon right now, but like, honestly, it's either this or the song got to 3.7 on 5 because it is nice, and the instrumental to this song is really dope. Like, production on the music is great. I've been saying that the entire project, but like, the lyrics are trash. Nothing else to say. The lyrics are straight up trash. Again, bitch, I love you, in brackets, bitch, I love you. Bitch, I love you, in brackets, bitch, I love you. Repeat that about 6 times, and then go, and then guess what? Bitch, I love you, bitch, I love you, in brackets. Like, I'm not... I know y'all are gonna... Okay, I feel like y'all are gonna kill me in the comments for being a complete shit on this song, and I'm sorry. Like, kill me, don't kill me, agree, don't agree. Let me know, though. I want to see what you guys feel and your opinion is. But seriously, like, does this need to be here on this project? Does this need to be a thing? Like, this literally fucking irritated me when I was reviewing it. I was like, this is nothing. This is really just kind of like a waste of space. We could have done something completely different, or I don't know. And I'm not trying to shit on it and saying it's bad. It's not bad. You know, I keep saying it. Westside Gunn is really creative in how he does certain things. But like, bitch, I love you. Okay, I'm not going to go into it again. Fine. But you get the point. I gave it a 3.7 on 5. I apologize if this whole segment of the show irritates you and makes you want to, like, cancel or whatever. I'm sorry, but tell me, does this actually do something for you? Leave a comment. Let me know. Fuck, hit me up on Twitter and publicly blast me on Twitter if you want to. But somebody please tell me what the fucking benefit of this entire song, this whole minute of my life, to this, after I just got a nice song, which was like a minute 14 of him actually being somewhat like, you know, I love you, I love how we have sex, I love how we do this, I do this, I don't know. With that, we move on to Kool G featuring Benny the Butcher and Conway the Machine. Griselda Squad. Now this song was really cool. This to me kind of felt like the Griselda posse cut on this project. You've got the whole squad: Benny the Butcher, Conway the Machine, and Westside Gunn, all coming together in a nice little song called Kool G. Now it's pretty cool how they used the Kool G, because I'm pretty sure, like, isn't he like a rapper? I'm pretty sure I reviewed an album from a dude named Kool G. But it's also a, I guess, like a play on word in terms of like being a cool gangster, or a cool G, a cool person. So that was something that I did enjoy. And I mean, it's pretty fucking solid. This song is really solid given the artist on the track and what they brought. But again, it's still kind of like the same shit, right? So, intro, Westside Gunn, burr, 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 ayo, Griselda, ayo. All right, cool, little intro. Verse 1, Westside Gunn. You know I live this shit, built this shit, brick by brick with it. All right, so we see that, you know, we do know you've lived this. Homies flawless, regardless, bagging up and cracking tenements. All right, so, you know, they're making their money. They got to do what they got to do. Surely a gangster, don't test that. My shooter's itching, pistol with extendos essential by projects that we pitched at. We on the corners with Louis on us. We pulled up on him in foreigns. It's still the same. It's following the same type of mentality. And I know, I've been saying this, and if you saw part 1, I've been saying this stills, but like, this is literally what the entire fucking project is. I'm not trying to hate on it. It's just, hi, I'm at track 11. There's 16 tracks, and this is all we've been getting the entire time. Yes, I know 2 tracks ago was a love song, and the track before was the extension of the love song, but it is what it is. And, you know, Westside Gunn kind of just comes in and does what he does on this song. Then we don't even get a chorus or a hook. We go straight into Conway the Machine's verse. And I really like Conway. Bust a 4-pound on that shit kickback. But you feel the impact. Bucket Kit Hat. Versus Where My Wrist At. VS Where My Wrist At. Fendi stalking over the face. Now where your bricks at. I just like the way he kind of puts the shit together. Bugatti truck, I need to get that. LA McQueena, get the big sack. Quarter block on the table, told that bitch to sniff that. Like, more drug references, more type of like this kind of gangster mentality and getting all this rich cash money. So that's dope. But then Benny comes in. And Benny gives us this type of like verse that I feel is in a way kind of supposed to inspire you. Jump off of impact. It feel like Rick back. I tote a big strap. I go and get it. Got a limp back. Hawaiian bitch that'll fuck the team and fly a brick back. Designer mix match. I only get inspired in traps. All we wear is fly sporting gear I buy in fifth sacks. This 40 air pass your Cartiers and leave you limbs cracked. Like, it's the same type of bars in terms of how they're being spit and the type of, I guess, lyrics and the way that we're getting them. But like, it was just dope. Like, it was more of like a warning. It was more of like an idea that you kind of have to make sure you got all your kind of you got all your connections all locked down, and you're kind of able to have this life. I went up, came home in 6 months, and I got sent back. I walked the yard with my scully on like a pimp hat. Y'all talk tough, but be the first one hiding soon as a spark off. 4-pound blow through your shirt and flipped a parked car. Shit's just getting wild out here. Bought raw, gave homies lessons without a chalkboard, bought more, hopped in the whip and plugged into aux cord. Homie, just wait for Tana Talk 4. So that's what I guess is like really cool, how he's like dropping that Tana Talk 4 is going to be showing up, and that's like, whoa, we all ready for that. But overall, I mean, the lyrics on this, they're all kind of pretty much similar shit, and they're all kind of flowing suit with one another. So it was really, really dope. The artistic talent that these guys have is really insane. Together, they all really make a superpower group. Individually, I feel like I prefer Benny and Conway better, just in terms of how they make music. Westside Gunn is impressive, but I don't think he's for me. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to really say on this song. It was a good track overall. I'm really loving the beat production. Shout out to Deringer and the Alchemist for making this beat. Really, really like super dope, like just creativity that was produced from these guys. But overall, I left the song with a 4.5. And yes, that is possible for me to do that. So this song was really, really cool. The fact is that I feel like the song is basically saying like anything's possible if you put your fucking mind to it. And it does a really great job because there's like this sample of a girl in the background going, "It's possible." And it's kind of there the entire song, and it really just enforces this like idea of anything is possible if you really just stick to the plan, stick to your guns and know what you got to do. And I don't mean guns in terms of like literally. Hey, if you about that life, do it literally and keep yourself safe. But if you're not, the idea is just stick to what you know and stick to what you can do and try to just improve and keep moving forward. Stick to your dream and just chase it, and you'll always make it. Which is a really great sentiment to be passing forward. Jay Worthy fucking blew my mind. Never heard of him, but blew my mind. This for my park homies, keeping shit This for my park homies, keeping shit brackin'. We at the park, homie. Nella West, can't forget about none of my park millers. The ride or die pro club rockers with corduroy slippers, lean sippers, tall can drinking on English malt liquor. Boom. I like the way these guys are detailing like just the atmosphere around them and the people that they see and the things that they do, and you kind of get this image of like people really chilling in the park looking grimy, like they're not really out here trying to be stunting or nothing. They're really just like, yo, this is me. I just kind of walked out of the crib, came to the park, trying to burn one, chilling, seeing what the homies are doing. If nothing's popping, I go back home. If something's popping off, we switch up and we do what we gotta do. Like, it's really just this type of laid back, stay on your toes, kind of just let the time go, see what type of movement is. Day one, some homies is still in there fighting hot ones, shooting dice in front of heads. up until the cops come. Big homie still at HQ. That's how the block run. Gun told me talk that shit, so I'ma do that. Car pulling up, we don't know. Homies like, who's that? Like, you're getting this idea that they handle their shit so well that you may know who they are, you may not know who they are, but they know what's happening. They always know what's going on. They on the block. They making sure this shit fire. And the way that Jay Worthy really presents this verse was really nice. His voice really matches well with the instrumental and really suits the tone of what the song is kind of bringing alive to. Then we get the interlude, Boldy James. I'm from where anything is possible, homie. Where we at with it. And Bloody James goes in on verse 2. It's possible when the obstacles and the odds is against you that you faced with impatient, but I had to take it back to the basics. Fresh out the youth, he a couple months in that placement. Third case, tether bond, place me on the ankle bracelet. Boom, it's like you're already getting this, like, yo, we had to go through some real shit. I got fucked around and had to get an ankle bracelet. Like, you aren't even ready for what's about to happen. And just the way Boldy James goes in and he's just like so bass tone and like his deep voice really, really matches it up. Murder, doing drug traffic, never wrote or made a statement. Left 2 bodies on the scene. They thought they both were gang related. Bruno got rid of the street. Jermaine ran, but he slipped. I was copping 4.5. Break dancing the big. Free my main mans for the brig. For the cane did what it did. The neighbors kept calling the hood, sending ravens to the spig. Was high profile, stayed in my lane, made it my biz. Like, you're really getting this, like, yo, y'all ain't just fucking gangsters. Y'all are like secret agents and shit. Like, it's really crazy to see how like these guys really move with this like CIA code, can't talk to nobody, gotta fucking lay low. But it's like, when you look at the reality of things, this is a really grimy reality that these guys live. It's just crazy to me, honestly, just crazy. He kind of flows through. Bro got popped with them bricks. I wish I was driving when they flicked you. We would have fleeted from the scene. If I was have been with you. Would have took one up for the team. Would have never let them frisk you. Partly responsible for me graduating the distro. So it also kind of sounds like Boldy James is kind of wishing that he was the one that got caught instead of his boy, which is also some type of loyalty shit too, which is I really fuck with. So that was something that was really, really cool. And then verse 3 kind of comes in, and Westside Gunn just, at this point for me, kind of just does what he does. Used to pay $18.50 for the whole thing. Then the feds brought down BMF. Shit ain't been the same. The Chin Gun got killed. Then I had to do it big. Me and Slime mobbing on the yard, fucking with the kid. I come home bagging up. Then I violated. You ever shot somebody you love because they violated? That line is fucking crazy. The fact that you're so dedicated to like this lifestyle and doing what needs to be done to stay alive, that you're willing to kill somebody that you love because they violated you or somebody you know, or kind of like broke principle, that's some fuck shit. Pistol in your mouth like Annihilator, could have fucked your bitch, but I'd be downgrading. Otto McNichols with the pistol, get your issue. I mean, it's dope. A lot of these things I don't understand, but it's dope. It's just, I get it. Like, it kind of just feels like it's dragging on now. But overall, I do like the song. I thought it was really dope. I really did enjoy Jay Worthy and Bloody James more than I did Westside Gunn, unfortunately. But I did leave the song with a 4.5. Couple songs left, about 4 more songs left, and the next song is Lucha Bros, featuring Benny the Butcher and Currency. Or Curren $Y. So what I think really, really gets me for this song is the beat. Different. It's lively. It's not grimy in any way. It's got this summertime feel, which I think is also something that I've noticed with a lot of Currency type beats. Whenever Currency hits a beat, it's got this weird like summer anthem type feel to it, which is kind of cool, I guess. But I do like it. I think Westside Gunn does a really good job on it. I don't really know who Red Fox is. I didn't even know Red Fox was on this song. It wasn't quoted or anywhere. I didn't read it the first time. But I guess she I feel like it's a she, does a nice job interloping with the intro that Westside Gunn does. But the song itself kind of, again, breaks down what we've been getting, but just kind of from a different perspective with some different artists. So Westside Gunn does the intro, give me my shit while I'm on the ground, I don't want no pie in the sky, Burr, ayo, fuck homie, don't come outside, the new king of New York, fuck homie, don't come outside, don't come outside. And then we get into verse 1, which is Westside Gunn. Ayo, grandma pleading, please put the triple beam up, tech with the red beam hanging out the beamer. Hey, that was some bars. Steam versus Flair. How dare you try to beat us? Please, West. Please, West. I'ma bring her back. I need a teaser. Kicks look dirty out the box. Bitches like I heard he whipped the rock. Heard he whipped the rock. Looking like a drop. Amory's with the bandana got a knot. Like, it still kind of feels the same type of lyrics we've been getting, the same type of vibe, which is really, really cool. And I like how he is consistent. I'm gonna give him that. Like, out of everything, I'll give him his flowers in terms of being consistent and really staying to like the narrative of what the project is supposed to be. So I do give him that. You know, he makes a reference to I flip shit like the Lucha Bros, which I don't know. I guess I understand it, like, because Lucha is supposed to be, like, Mexican wrestling, from what I understand, or they're actually, like, cartel people. But if it is, like, the wrestling people, I get it. It's just, like, the intensity of Mexican wrestling is actually really different than it is for the American wrestling, from what I understand and what I've seen. So I can understand that, like, using this as a way to intensify what the life is and how they kind of maneuver is super dope. But I mean, it's one of the better songs that he does this with compared to what we've gotten. And then we go into interlude, which is Lucha Bros, and it's Mexican Rey Fénix with the Lucha Brothers is the best tag team on the planet. Cero, Miedo, Puto, you know, baby, boom, boom, boom. Boom, the best is the last one. Yeah, fourth row. So it's like, all right, this is supposed to be some type of like presentation, some type of show that we're getting, I see here. And then we get into verse 2, which is Currency's verse. And what I really like about his verse was, I wish it was a government plot and not a homie from the same block that walked down on my homie and gave him them shots. It ain't safe on the set. Homie ain't thorough. They see you as a threat because they don't believe in themselves. I like that because it really kind of shows like, dude, the city I come from is really fucked up. And this is what I think Currency's saying, right? The city I come from is really fucked up that, like, people are killing each other, and it scares me. And, like, I really, like, sometimes I wish that it wasn't, you know, let's call it people killing people instead of, like, the government killing people. At least it's, like, if the government, I feel like for Currency, if the government was killing people or, like, plotting on, like, his people, his crews, people in his area and his locations, you know, it's a little bit different. At least you have like somebody to like, you have someone to blame in a way. Like you can find a logical reason. But the fact that it's like, yo, you're just like us. Why are you killing us when we can like kind of work together and try to take over and do something bigger for the world? It's kind of what I got. The rest of the verse from Currency is a couple knots in my sweat, Swiss Army knife, Corvette, the top react like that. The top retract like that, the street lights and my diamond react, ignite the pack, I put a pen in the paper stack. Some of us still really rap, some of us don't talk about it unless we really did that. Okay, cool. Some of us don't really talk about it unless we really did that, I give them that. Tell me what your man did on them streets, them hood tales ain't your own boy. You was at home when the heist went down successfully, nobody hit your phone and told you to come get your cut. Boy, you was a duck, you was setting up. Like, he's basically just kind of saying, like, yo, everybody around is just acting like dummies, and we're out here actually really making some real shit. The first kind of flows through. I'm not really, like, the biggest Currency fan, so it wasn't, like, rah, rah, rah for me, but I do know that, like, a lot of people really respect Currency for what he does, and I do appreciate how he can, like, flow on certain beats and kind of give us this, like, for me, Currency's always been, like, the stoner dude, like a, kind of like a, I don't want to say a copycat of Wiz Khalifa, but like for me, just it's what it felt like. Like Wiz kind of popped out for me, and then I stumbled onto Currency and was just like, Huh. Okay. But he flows through and does great. And then Benny the Butcher comes in, and this is where it was really cool. Benny kind of goes on his verse, starts off, "It's a shame how desperate y'all people becoming. Only willing to help unless you benefit from it." That's some real shit. It's like people only want to help you if they can benefit. They don't really believe in you or anything to help you willingly. They just have to make sure that there's an outcome and a beneficial outcome for them, which is pretty fucking trash, dude. We need to be more of like nice people and just genuinely help each other out and see where it takes us. Good karma goes a long fucking way. Let's just be clear. "We used to didn't have enough weed to fill up the Dutches. Now I'm counting digits with hustlers, having business discussions. We already bosses. Y'all cry over petty losses. Went to war with the foes, black roses in every coffin. My plug made that white girl famous in every market, like Simon turned a regular chick to Kelly Clarkson." Ooh, I really like that line. The fact is like, I feel like he's saying you need to find that person who's a mega connect to be able to blow up your shit. So the plug that he met, the dude who like distributes his shit and whatever and makes whatever work, right, is able to flip Benny's product, let's call it cocaine, and is able to flip that product at a certain speed, efficiency, and amount of money that really works for Benny, the same way that Simon Cowell from America's Got Talent at the time took some random chick and turned her into Kelly Clarkson just because she had some type of talent. The same way that Benny might have like a talent to make this regular product be something dope. His plug was able to flip it and make it look like she's like the biggest thing in the fucking world, or the product is like the biggest thing, which was really dope. "Look, you getting game from them, it's gonna stagnate you, but with that shit you learn from me, it's gonna graduate you." That's what I like. Benny's really trying to just teach you how you gotta move in these places, how you really gotta just kind of handle these things. And that was something that really stuck with me, and that was super cool. Hoes say these bags made me mad. I'm grateful when you get in so much chicken that none of these bitches fascinate you. You know it's real when everybody in rap debates you. Since I lived it, I'm whose street people gravitate to. Yeah, that's some fucking legit shit. Like, ever since Benny's come out, I've heard a lot of, like, just hood people going straight to Benny the Butcher and, like, Griselda, more or less, who are, like, really out here repping for, like, that like, scene. So that was really, really cool. I did enjoy the song. It does give you like a different break from what we've been getting, and it has this different feel to it. So it's not like super trappy thug gangster, but it does do the job, and it does fit well on this project, and I really did enjoy it. I did give this a 4.5. Everybody did well, and we're gonna move on to Westside Gunn Day. So to be real, this isn't a cop-out. There is no lyrics on Genius. And I'm just going to start with that because the song itself is good, but the instrumental overpowers the lyrics and the vocals a lot. Westside Gunn kind of fades away in the background a little bit vocally, so I kind of had a hard time following along. But the way that the song kind of plays out is that at the end of the song, it's like a news report, and it's this news reporter who's basically explaining that there's an official day now considered to be Westside Gunn Day, and it's paying homage to Westside Gunn for everything he's done for like the community, for the culture, and all this stuff. And Westside Gunn kind of had like a moment where he explained like it's about time, you know, they recognized him for what he's done, and he's trying to put like Buffalo on the map, trying to show everybody like Buffalo, as well as got like some really dope rappers, really dope lyricists who can actually spit bars and put it in the game. But other than that, I don't actually have much to say. I don't really know what he says on the track. Again, it sounds really muffled compared to the instrumentals. Now, on top of all of that, when I did listen to this a couple times through and trying to get an idea of what he's saying, it really just kind of sounded like the same thing. So I don't feel like I missed much. There was nuances of like, you know, making money, fucking bitches, and, you know, killing some people and not fucking with them. So it kind of in a package fits. I guess it's really just representing like, yo, I got a fucking day named after me. So it is what it is. I left it with a 4 on 5. I'll be honest, guys. At this point, I'm kind of losing interest in the album. I'll be really fair, so I do apologize if like I seem a little bit unenthusiastic. There's again, not to sound like a broken record. It is a really long project. It's 16 songs of almost the exact same thing on every track. So trying to find something new to say sounds a little bit, without sounding redundant, finding something new to say is a little bit difficult, but yeah, I'm not trying to find a cop-out or make a plea for why I sound enthusiastic about it. It's just I really don't have much to say. We're kind of wrapping it up here. But needless to say, I did give this a 4 on 5. I think it was really cool that Westside Gunn does have his own day, and he like made it to that level. But yeah, the song was cool. If you have anything else that you want to comment or whatnot, take a listen to the track. Let me know what he says. Leave a note in the comment, and I will get back to you on that. Next song is Kensington Pool. So Kensington Pool kind of follows suit with the rest of the project that we've been getting. It wasn't one of the songs that I was really interested in overall. I felt myself kind of getting distracted at this point and kind of like surfing through my phone, not really paying attention. That is my fault, and I do apologize for that. Sometimes, going through track by track, you kind of get distracted on some songs, and, life kind of just happens, and you get a phone call or whatnot, and it's kind of hard to get back into it. But that's still not an excuse, and I do acknowledge that. This song itself, though, I kind of feel like is Westside Gunn trying to, like, I guess, just bring everything back together a full circle on the album. In the intro, Westside Gunn goes, yeah, grr, this is for my Central Park homies, my Uptown Bailey homies, Cold Springs, ferry to Perry's, the fields, the lower, the down, my down the way homies, my Riverside homies. And it's really like he's kind of just doing this for everybody, which is a nice way to sort of kind of like end the album, because the last track is more of like just a speech, and we'll get to that in a minute. But it's a nice way to end the album in terms of a song, because he's really kind of proven it. He's really kind of just putting it out there that he's doing this for people who need this music, who need to feel connected to this, who enjoy this type, which in this aspect I do understand. Goes in on the chorus, Ayo, you know how I do, neck wet like the Kensington Pool. For drip, we pour out Vivu. Gin gun, chin gun, we miss you, you know how I do. And I think this is like dedicated to Chin Gun, who I don't actually know who he is. If you just give me a second, I'll like pop him into Google and figure that out. Don't know if he's a person. Seems to pull up some song called Chin Gun, which maybe is a character that Westside Gunn plays. I'm not sure. I tried. I'm sorry. But then we go into the verse 1. Ayo, I came home, Ike came home, he ain't never going back, just in time to see me put the city on the map. For $20, you can get 3 of that. Homie fell out, 1 hit, took a nap. SKS shot him off the project roof. Hit 3 extra homies. Homie should have moved. Feds trying to smoke my little homie. Got to shoot. Deal with the 30 shit. He took it like it's bull. See, so right there, it's actually cool. But because he's a blood, he switches the C to a B, so it's bull. And then re-emphasizes it by saying like it's bull. So that's like pretty cool. It's something like loyalty you do when you're part of the blood gang. Again, I'm not like really versed in gang culture, but I have heard enough music and had enough conversations to know that when you're like superiorly blood, you replace C's with B's and shit starts getting crazy, or brazy as we should say. God, I'm a loser. Anyway, the verse kind of goes on, and it really feels like Westside Gunn is just kind of put it on for his people and kind of letting us know like this is what's been going on in his life, and this is kind of how he feels, and this is why he makes the music why he makes. Peace to BSF, peace to Pain, peace to Ricky, peace to Flea Lord, 50 keys on the floor, peace to somebody, take my homie on tour. Everybody knew I had it way cheaper. I had to step on it with the Wang sneakers. Whatever. At the end of the day, it's like he's putting on for his people, and I really like that. It really kind of emphasizes the fact that Westside Gunn really just wants to bring that energy. And with bringing that energy, he delivers very well. don't really have much else to say about that. The song got a 4 on 5. I like the instrumental production on it. I like the beat. I like the way he flows on it. He kind of has like somewhat the same flow on like a lot of the tracks. Like there isn't really like choppiness or speeding up or slowing down, or like just kind of really feels like he just goes on and yeah, this is what I gotta say and this and boom boom boom. So it was cool. 4 on 5. And let's hit out the outro. So the outro to this project is kind of interesting in a way. It features Keisha Plum that kind of does a monologue wrapping up this album. She goes, I'm spitting on homie souls, daydreams of bullet holes, pretty face with a heart made of stone, sociopath on a throne. That's cool. And that really kind of contextualizes who I think Westside Gunn is a little bit. I am not calling him a sociopath. That's not what I'm saying. But from what we have gotten in perspective from the album and the project, yeah, he slightly shows signs of sociopathism, of how like he's really down to earth and can really get shit done. But if you fuck with him, he'll go crazy and bust a cap in your ass. So it really, really does fit. And homie's still catching love drones, high off Keisha Plum prose. Silk Taffeta by Alexander McQueen, most hated like Ida Amin. I don't know who that is. Ugandan military officer who served as a president from Uganda from 1971 to 1977. Thank you, German Salsa Mata from Genius. Thank you. Homies is phony, they weak to me. Poetry painted like paleo masterpiece. Champagne bubble bath. The angle of the angel of death sings to me. Hitler wears Hermes 7, but you won't make it to heaven. Sadistic thoughts like Adolf with a third eye. Pistol down your throat, can't wait to hear your mama's cry. Griselda by Fashion Rebels. Now, to be fair, pistol down your throat, can't wait to hear your mama's cry. That's crazy. That's like so many things. That could interpolate, that could like, that was my phone. That could show like people walking into the house, putting the gun in your mouth, and then the mom seeing this happening, crying. Or like committing suicide because of all of this shit, and you're sitting there with the gun in your mouth and your mom's crying because she doesn't want you to pull the trigger. Like that was just a really strong line for me there. I like the sadistic thoughts like Adolf with a third eye. Adolf Hitler connects with the album. That was cool. But this really is a nice little monologue from Keisha Plum that allows the album to kind of finish as a whole on like this note of this is where we're at. I get that feeling like this is where we're at. This is what we are doing. And it's crazy. I enjoy it. I enjoy it 100%. I thought this was really good. I gave it a 4 on 5 to wrap up the album. And with that, just finishing and wrapping up the whole album, I think this project is weird. And I say that because I think it's great. I think it really does show a really good side of what Westside Gunn can do. I think that it really contextualizes who he is and what he kind of stands for and represents. But this isn't an album for me. This isn't a project that I'm going to be jumping straight to because it's not my world per se. Now, I'm not saying that I don't think that I can relate to a lot of this music and find some type of deeper meaning to connect to my life or whatever. But this is literally like a full project for people who are really about this life and kind of just want to listen to nothing but this. That is my only downfall I have to say about the album, is that it's 16 tracks of what sounds to me to be the exact same thing over and over and over again. We have money, we have bitches, fuck with us, we'll kill you. You know, I don't hate it. It's just, it's not, for me, it's not something that I enjoy having to review because it gets repetitive. And for me, there's only so much you can say on a project in many different ways that eventually it's like, by track 10, you've kind of just said it all. Where are we going after that? That's really it. Other than that, Griselda is fucking dope. The artists are great. Westside Gunn does a really great job. He's very talented. I'm very impressed on how he uses his voice and uses this like boss persona to move forward and whatnot. Overall, I did give the project a 4.15 on 5. I think it's really good. I did enjoy my first run through of it as a full project from Westside Gunn, but like I said, this may not be something I put in my morning rotations or my daily rotation, but it is something to look at. Plus, from what I also understand, this is like project 3 in a month. He's like, doing 3 or 4 projects this month, and he just keeps fucking dropping it. So this is really, really cool that he is this consistent and making this type of great music while producing just this much, and just keep getting out there. So with that, I do want to say thank you. Thank you for taking this long journey with me. I know this is part 2. If you watched part 1 and 2, well, congrats. Thank you so much. High five to you guys. If not, thank you again, and high five to everybody who just watched. And there goes that. High five to everybody who has watched the review, part 1, part 2, stayed with us. All the comments you guys want to leave and let me know where I've made mistakes, probably bogus comments, made a mess up or whatnot. Please just let me know what we can definitely do to get better, what I can do to maybe understand more. And if there's any other projects that you recommend I listen to, I will definitely do that. I do with that. Speaking of recommending projects, if you sign up to our Patreon page, just like Lindell Williams, Chris Prado, DJ Black Hurricane, Jonathan Barnes, Coney Sparks, and Ismail Gadamsi have, you guys will be able to twist our hands or force our hands into what albums you want us to review as part of the Patreon request pool that we do every month. We're up to 2 or 3 requests per month now. I have to coordinate with Holden and figure that out. But these guys, thank you so much. Again, Lindell Williams, Chris Prado, DJ Black Hurricane, Jonathan Barnes, Coney Sparks, and Ismail Gadamsi. Thank you so much for all the support you guys give us and all the love. You helped us get us a new camera, set up the room a little bit more. Soon, I think Holden said he wants to change the backdrop. Do you guys think we should keep this, change it up to something different? What do you guys want to see? Do you want photos, posters? I don't know. I'm trying to be creative here. Trying to take this podcast to the next level, right? That's like everything in podcasting right now, taking it to the next level. With that, honestly, hit me up on Twitter if you have anything you want to talk to me about. I'm always open for a discussion. I love talking to everybody. What do you think about the project? What do you think about Griselda? What do you think about Westside Gunn? Please let me know about that in the comments down below. And next week with Holden, most probably will see you and we will do another review. On that note, have yourselves a great weekend, and I'll catch you next time.